Hi, Teddy with Mako here, Education Director, and we're going to talk about dipping glazes. So we do have several different dipping glaze videos on Mako's YouTube channel. I welcome that you to watch them. What we have here is a Lehman dipping tank, which is the cream of the crop. It's lovely. It's self-contained. You can see that it has the little paddle that goes inside. It has a lid to keep the evaporation down. You've got a little place here where you can set your items that you've dipped. And it has a little holder over here for me to put my paddle. I know many of you do not have a Lehman dipping tank. You may use plastic tubs or wash sinks or have something built just for yourself. That's fine. Couple of recommendations. Have at least 15 gallons. You want your tanks full, okay? We do not recommend dipping out of the 3-gallon buckets. It's just not big enough for you to fully submerge your ware and get it out in time. Since all of this glaze is non-toxic, there is no lead in it, that those days we kind of have a moment of silence for them because the leaded glazes was very forgiving. It covered up some of our errors. But now we have to make sure that the viscosity is correct and that you have enough glaze in your tank that when you're going to dip it in and out in a one fluid movement, it is going to be seamless, okay? So make sure you have enough glaze. Have your glaze tanks ready. If it is a new bucket of glaze, you're going to want to pour it in here and mix it up for 7 to 8 minutes. If it's a existing batch, 2 to 3 minutes stirring up is good. So you don't have a Lehman, what you're going to do is you're going to get a drill and attach a Jiffy mixer. You're going to just do it handheld in your tank and mix it up. Same time makes sense. If it's new, 7 to 8 minutes. If you're just restirring your batch, 2 to 3 minutes. And it's not a one and done. If you're going to be back there dipping hundreds of pieces, you're going to periodically stir this up to make sure that the heavies don't fall out and you just have the liquids at the top, okay? So this is stirred up. I'm going to show you. This is an awesome machine. It is not cheap, but it sure is awesome. So you can see I've got my little paddle in here. I would have an empty bucket underneath this or some towels so that you don't have to mop the floor all the time. Sets right into its holder. Love it. This is very clever also. So we take this off. And here it is. Look at that. This can hang onto the side of the tank. Very clever design on this. So I just mixed it up. Let's check the viscosity. With the stainless steel, it's 23 to 25 seconds. My handy dandy Vanna behind the camera is going to start this when I say start. So you put the entire cup into the glaze. When you pull it out, you start right now. As soon as the stream comes out, that's when you start your timer. So we're going to let this go until there is a break in the stream. Oh geez, now I have to go to the bathroom. Stop. 25, so it's a little on the thick side. Now here's where you can manipulate the thickness. Use distilled water, well, that's what is recommended because you're not introducing any other minerals. A cup at a time, add some water into it, distilled water, and mix it up. And then you're going to retest it again. You'll do the same thing. You're going to time it. As soon as the stream starts coming out, when you get your first break, you stop it until you get it, we recommend to the lowest portion. Now, everybody's going to have a little bit of difference. Maybe you have more humidity in your area. Maybe it's drier in your area. If you have found that 22 seconds is perfect for you, I'm not going to argue with you. We're giving you recommended best practices. Okay? So then after this is done, I'm going to rinse it out, make sure it's clean so that the hole doesn't have any gunk in it. That's going to affect your dipping time. If you're going to use the VC 120, it's 10 to 12 seconds, all right? So we're going to try it again, and you are going to start. This one has a little larger opening, so that's why it doesn't take as long. Stop. 13 seconds. Again, we're a little heavy. I just poured in some new glaze, so this is where I'm going to take it down and work with it a little bit. Add a cup of water, mix it up, and do that and recheck the viscosity until I get the correct thickness. And you do the same thing if you still have the handy dandy DuPont, which I will probably have for the rest of my life. Okay? Any questions on checking viscosity? Shoot me an email, info@makocolors.com.